Hey guys, welcome to my new video, and in this video I'm just going to be going over step by step on how I created my newest photo. Now there's quite a bit of Photoshop work into this, so I'm not going to be going over everything in detail or really anything in detail. I'm just going to be going over the process that I took to get the final outcome. Alright, so this is one of the starting photos here and the other one is here. Now this is just a plain screen capture of what you see on the screen in this picture. And all you have to do to capture your iPhone screen is press the lock button and the home button at the same time, and it saves your screen to your photo library. So then I imported both of these into Lightroom and added some adjustments, and this is what this one came out to look like. Then I applied the same adjustments to this one. And then I had to lower the clarity and contrast because it looked way too overpowering if I kept the same settings. So once I did that, I exported these two photos and imported them into Photoshop. So here we are in Photoshop here, and the first thing that I noticed after I imported this, well, two things. The first one being this phone isn't exactly vertical, it's slightly tilted to the left, and I found that quite distracting when I was looking at the image. And then there's a horribly ugly just white bit of light here where there's no trees or anything in my backyard, and it just looks doesn't really look very nice in my opinion. So the first thing I did was straighten up the iPhone, and as you can see I just did that there. Now to do that I just cut a basic shape around here, used a nice feathered eraser to kind of get rid of the hard edges, and I just used the transform tools. I think I used skew or distort, and I just straightened that up so it's perfectly vertical. Then we ran into a few problems just down here where you can see the phone from the previous layer starting to overlap, so I just filled that in with a bit of color like so. So the next thing I did was I started to correct this pretty ugly patch up here. So what I did first was just fill it with a little bit of color here and there, and I copied and pasted some of the elements from around the other side of the photo, like here and down here. And these three layers are all just like that. We can see we've filled in that gap now, and all we need to do is add some adjustments now to fix it up a little bit. So the next layer here is I replaced the screen. So if I just did that, you can see that we lose this kind of reflection here. And it doesn't really look that realistic. So what I did was I duplicated the bottom layer and just used a soft eraser again to go around that reflection, just to make it look a little bit better. Add that reflection back in, and hopefully make it not look as unrealistic. Okay, so once I did that, I went back to fixing up the top right here, and we can see that I added a nice brighten, added some more green, and then fixed it right up like that. And we can see that that kind of blends in. It might look a bit weird now because you've seen the original, but if you didn't see the original, it looks perfectly fine in my opinion. Yeah, maybe you don't think so, but oh well. Then what I did was I added a vignette in the top corner here and set it to overlay in the blending options to create that nice dark effect and pretty much help balance the image a little bit better. And finally I added my watermark, and since it's a bit hard to see down the bottom, I just added a slight vignette into that corner, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So if we have a look at the original, there's quite a big difference. There's a lot of editing, and I'm pretty happy with the result. So if you did want that image, feel free to go to my DeviantArt, which the link will be in the description, and you can download it from here. You can also check out my other pictures, which some of them would make decent wallpapers, I think. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.